Hi, today we're going to talk about vital records and how to get them apostilled and or authenticated. My name is Pat McGee, owner of Done Deal Mobile Notary in Los Angeles. I am a mobile notary and apostille agent. So let's get into it. I chose this topic today because I do get a lot of requests for vital records to be not only apostilled but to be notarized. I'm going to start with the definition of vital records. Vital records are public records that record important life events such as birth, death, divorce, and marriage. So, the first thing I'm going to talk about is under what circumstances can a vital record, such as a birth certificate, be notarized? The answer to that is never. Vital records cannot be notarized, they are already official documents. The next question you're probably thinking now is, can a certified copy of a vital record such as a birth certificate or divorce decree be notarized? Again, the answer is no. The issuing agency always issues a certified copy, so there's no reason to have the document notarized. Sometimes I have people call me and ask if they can make a photocopy of their original birth certificate, have me notarized it, they're therefore making it a certified copy. And the answer to that is also no. A notary stamp cannot certify the authenticity of a document. When a notary is notarizing a document for you, they're really notarizing your signature, your presence in front of them. Okay, so we know what a vital record is. The next question is, how do you go about getting a vital record apostille or authenticated? And what's the difference? In my prior video, I explained that an apostille is a certificate that verifies the authenticity of a legal document for use in a foreign country. Think of an apostille as like a passport for a legal document. Just like I would need a passport to get into another country legally, then an apostille will do the same for a legal document such as a birth certificate. What are the steps to getting a document, a vital record document, apostilled or authenticated? And the answer to that depends on where the document is going, the country of destination. During the Hague Convention of 1961, a treaty was created that simplified the process of accepting legal documents between countries. However, there are about 75 countries that are not part of that Hague Treaty. The majority of legal documents, especially vital records, are apostilled through the Secretary of State. That is the agency that actually creates the certificate that goes on top of the legal document that makes it like a passport for another country. Quick example. So let's say I decide I want to work in Jamaica for a year, because why wouldn't I want to do that, right? So I'm going to work in Jamaica for a year. For sure, I'd have to have my birth certificate, a vital record, apostilled and or authenticated, and as well as some other documents, my background check, etc. In a perfect world, I would just go to my file cabinet, get my documents out, my background check, my fingerprints, all that good stuff, and head on down to the Secretary of State to have it apostilled, and then I would be done. But there are a lot of exceptions to the rule. The exception that I have personally is that I am a transplant. I was born in Chicago, but I live in Los Angeles. So if I'm going to have my birth certificate, a vital record, apostille or authenticated, it has to go through the Secretary of State in Illinois. Now, of course, I certainly could put a stamp on it and, mail it in and hope for the best. Definitely, I would get it back. The issue would be getting the document back in a timely manner. That's when it would be a lot better to use an apostille agent. As an apostille agent, I personally am part of a nationwide community of notaries, couriers, and apostille agents. And I could reach out to someone that's been vetted who could walk that document into their local Secretary of State. So back to my example of using Jamaica as the country that I'm going to work in. Jamaica is not part of the Hague Treaty. So instead of being done at the Secretary of State, I've got a couple extra steps to go. For documents that are going to a non-Hague country, the document has to go first to the Secretary of State, then it has to go to the U.S. Department of State, and usually it also has to go to the Embassy for legalization. Okay, so in summary, we did talk about vital records, and I gave a definition of what it was. We talked about whether or not it could be notarized. Discussed what agency actually issues the apostille and whether or not it needs to go to additional agencies to be authenticated. That's all I have for today. I hope you found this information helpful, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, as I will be uploading a weekly video talking about all things notary, apostille, and small business. And thank you for watching.